Welcome back, friends. Welcome to the Crypto Coffee channel. We're doing a giveaway of $100 of Most Token. So, if you like Most Token, if you like free money, we're giving it away, and there's very special instructions that you're going to have to follow in order to join this giveaway. So listen very closely. I'm going to say it over and over again because I know some of you are going to get here, 20 minutes late, and you're going to ask, how do I enter? And people are going to keep asking that as soon as they get in. So I'm going to keep on repeating the instructions for the giveaway. Now, it's very simple. You just enter, and everybody only gets one entry, by the way. Everybody gets one entry, and $100 of Most Token will be given away to the person that guesses the price of Hex to the closest value. Whoever gets closest on their Hex price prediction at the end of the stream, I'm going to look at the price of Hex. We're going to pull it up here on the screen share. This is the price of Hex currently today. The price of Hex versus Pulse, we just had a big dip. Hey, what else is new in the Hex world? So whoever gets the closest guess, right now it's 006921, right? If you guess, let's say 00756, right? And that happens to be the price when I look at it. It all depends on just when I look at it at the end of the stream. I'm going to look at it once, whatever it is. Whoever had the best guess wins $100. Now to enter, you need to do something very specific. So really pay attention. You need to enter the command, which is !guess. So you enter !guess, followed by the price you think Hex is going to be, followed by your Twitter handle on X. Okay, your X handle. Because I got to know who to reach out to on X afterwards and actually give it away. So very simple. !guess, the price you think Hex is going to be, and your Twitter handle. That's all you do. You get one guess only. So if you mess it up, if you just do something wrong, if you enter something that's not a price, then you just wasted your guess. And you don't get the $100. Make sense? Hey, what's up, Duke of Booze? Welcome back. Everybody, let me know if my audio is working. I think my audio is working. We're streaming live on YouTube and X. By the way, this command only works on the YouTube chat. Only on the YouTube chat. So I need you guys to be on YouTube if you want to guess what the price of Hex is going to be. Anyway, yeah, we had a we had a mishap with the first one, guys. Do not go to the original link. Delete the original link. Duke of Booze, you already did it wrong. But I get your guess. I mean, I know who you are on X, so don't worry. But remember, you have to enter !guess, followed by the price prediction that you have for Hex, followed by your X handle, your Twitter handle. So if you don't enter your Twitter, Duke of Booze, I know you, so don't worry about it. But if you want me to know who you are, right, I need to go find you over on Twitter. So everybody gets one guess. We're giving away $100 of Most Token. What else is going on in the crypto world news, guys, today? Did you see that the S&P 500 launched a crypto index? It's real now, everybody. Crypto's real. So people buying stocks and index funds on the traditional market are now going to be able to buy crypto. Pretty incredible. Crypto's going mainstream, and you are witnessing it. And for some reason, the price of Bitcoin's at an all-time high, and it's like nobody even cares because everyone that's in crypto is allocated to other stuff. And it might be the fact that retail mania hasn't actually really aped in yet. Hey, RH Crypto Jeff said 0.0071. You guys are missing the part where you need to enter your X handle too. So you do the price prediction followed by your X handle. So I got you. Duke of Booze guessed 0.007. RH Crypto Jeff guesses 0.0071. Currently, we're at 0.006921. Somebody just dumped a bunch. I heard some whale just dumped like 30 million Hex, 40 million Hex. Just a typical day for us Hexicans, isn't it? Extra PLSX, welcome. He just guessed $55.55. If you want to manipulate the price to $55 to win the $100 prize, be my guest, sir. Be my guest. Amicable says 0.0072. These are bullish guesses. I like that they're bullish guesses. It looks like people are trying to guess a recovery here. Because let's take a look at the price over on Dex Screener. Check out my screen. I'm on Dex Screener earlier, just about 2 hours ago, the price was 0072. So if within the next 45 minutes, if you think the price is getting back to where we just were, could be, or we could just have another guy dump it down. And feel free to manipulate the price to the upside if you guys want to win the bet. Casey, we got a guess from Casey, $3.26, no handles. Well, all right, Casey. Good luck. I love it. I love the bulltards in the chat. Mexicans, man, full of optimistic bulltards, myself included. We've been here for 5 years. You can't kill us. PulseChain is here for the PulseChain Jiu-Jitsu. Fast Abdullah is here for the tech again. Crypto7, welcome to the chat. Welcome everybody to the chat. If you've got any questions, all things crypto, let me know. But what is going on in the crypto news today? What's going on in the crypto news? Let's take a look. The S&P 500 launched a crypto index. Everybody's launching stablecoins these days. The PulseChain LCD tablet marketing campaign is underway. What else do we got? Another layer 2. Wow. Breaking news. Everyone's tired of that. Let's see. Kazakhstan crypto crackdown. Kazakh authorities announced a government briefing that terminated the operations of 130 unlicensed crypto platforms. Not a good time to be a crypto bro in Kazakhstan. Hyperliquid. Everybody's doing Hyperliquid, guys. Look. Everyone on Hyperliquid that you see is getting wrecked. And all the screenshots you're seeing of the P&L statements from these KOLs that all of a sudden, oh, they love Hyperliquid this day. They like Astor this day. They're just faking it, dude. Most screenshots from these leverage trading guys, they're not actually making money. They're getting paid to feed you to the meat grinder, basically, because they know 99% of people on these leverage trading platforms, they lose it all, but it's hyper addictive because everybody watched The Wolf of Wall Street. Everyone thinks they can be a day trader. It's not reality. All right, reality is you go to these Hyperliquid type places and you get wrecked, and everyone pretends that that's what crypto is all about. When it's about buying and holding and believing and pumping your own bags, not making some platform a whole bunch of trading fees. Hey, we got something going on in the chat. I just heard a noise. Thanks for subscribing. Rightish. Thank you very much. Chell Fox says Bull Tartarino. Yes, I'm a Bull Tartarino. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, my Bull Tartarinos. Smash the likes. Yes, Casey, what's up? By the way, if you want to win the $100 prize, how you do it is you type the command in the chat, !guess, followed by your price prediction for Hex, followed by your X handle. So whatever your username is on X and the price that you think Hex is going to be in the next couple of minutes here, whenever I decide to officially jot down the Hex price. Back to crypto world. Polymarket bags $2 billion in additional funding. Everyone likes Polymarket. It would be great to see a prediction market on PulseChain. I know a guy working on one. It's actually a very interesting, different take on prediction markets, but that seems to be the meta lately. Everyone wants a prediction market. Meanwhile, corporations take over crypto. Bitcoin-only life insurer raises $82 million to expand retirement products. This is all happening while retail is just degenning on meme coins. You got the institutions scooping it all up. Ethereum's about to pump past its all-time high. Finally, we got $4,500 ETH today. Actually, what is the price of ETH? ETH is $44.50 today. $4,800 is the all-time high. Easily going past $5,000. It's just, man, it's taken a while, isn't it, guys? Taking a long time. G's just guessed 0.006948. That's a pretty reasonable guess because it doesn't look like the Hex price is moving too much right now. We're only 10 minutes into the stream. Anything could happen. Anything could happen. The PHUX guys made a prediction market. Yeah, but I don't hear them talking about it. I don't see any live predictions on it. I would love to see more marketing if we have a prediction market, that's for sure. By the way, if anybody just has regular crypto questions in the chat, I'll read all that stuff as well. So, LibertySwap.finance on the PulseChain network. Here's something that just happened. LibertySwap.finance is now doing buybacks of their Peacock token. They're buying back their Peacock token using platform fees, which is why Peacock just pumped 50% today. And coins tied to Peacock, cough cough, Top Hat, are going up for the ride as well. Peacock was really the only thing green today, and it already got sold back down. This is how much you guys like to dump. Peacock already got sold down. Well, it's still up 40% on the day. But why this big green candle, you might ask, on Peacock? It's due to the fact that they just announced their treasury fund is basically doing buybacks. Now, think about all the volume going through LibertySwap. Think about if some of those fees just bought back their meme coin. Does this meme coin have long-term potential? I am now considering maybe it just might, which is why you see my favorite meme coin, Top Hat. Top Hat strategically tied Peacock. Let's pull up the Top Hat Peacock pair. Look at this, guys. $121,000. The top liquidity pool for Top Hat is tied to the bird, guys. Tied to the bird. Now, look. I'm not putting new money into meme coins, but if they want to pump their bags using platform fees, LibertySwap.finance is the #1 bridge for Solana coming into PulseChain. If you're on Arbitrum, Binance Smart Chain, LibertySwap.finance is it. LibertySwap.finance, guys, this is what it looks like. Solana to PulseChain bridge. Also, a base Ethereum, BSC, Arbitrum, USDT or USDC or DAI. You can get over to PulseChain within 2 minutes or less. Just buy some stable coins in your wallet and you can go and buy any coin you want. You buy Hex, Pulse, PulseX, INC, Peacock, any PulseChain coin you want. They've got all these tokens. You can buy Most token. You can buy RH, Pepe. There are a bunch of good memers out there. I actually think the RH Pepe meme is pretty funny. But all kinds of whatever, dog coins, whatever stupid meme coin you're into. LibertySwap.finance and all these trading volume fees are now going to buying and burning their Peacock tokens. So I thought that was pretty interesting as far as a meme coin goes. Mexican Hexakin just guessed 0.0063. X handle is Armageddon Dawn Junk. All right. We'll see if Mexican Hexakin, he's a little bearish there. I hope Mexican Hexakin, I hope his prediction doesn't come true, but you know how people love to dump Hex. People love dumping Hex, don't they? 426 viewers. Guys, by the way, if you're on X, you need to submit your vote, your price prediction via YouTube. Unfortunately, X doesn't log to the cloud bot very well. So you're going to need to hop on over to YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. We've got Hex already recovering on the day, on the hour. Let's go to the 15-minute chart. Pretty flat right now, everybody. The Hex price is pretty flat. I mean, you might just be able to guess 0.0069. 69 might be the winner. Ian Hex Watcher, just look, he just guessed it. 0.0069. Ian Hex Watcher. Basically just guessing that the price is going to stay exactly where it is right now. Might not be the worst idea. It might be a boring day. Ian Hex Watcher, entry logged. Remember, guys, if you want to guess the price, you need to just press ! guess, followed by the price you think it's going to be, followed by your Twitter handle. That's all you do. Everybody just gets one guess, so be careful. Don't get it wrong. I mean, if you guess something crazy, like the guy that guessed $55, well, that's your guess. And look, I respect the bullishness. I respect the bull-tard behavior. But man, times are rough. This crypto cycle is different. Look, CZ even thought that, why are my Twitter followers flat? You know, he just posted, maybe we haven't even seen a real bull market yet. CZ is the founder of Binance, and even he's thinking, what, something is different. Retail mania. Are they really back in, or has it been one big poker game this whole time? One big zero-sum game of meme coin casino. Well, BlackRock now owns like 10% of all the real Bitcoin out there. Seriously, BlackRock owns 6% of the Bitcoin supply. And yet, like, everybody's still sleeping on crypto. Normie people don't really get interested. As far as I know. PulseChain and Hex are like the only communities out there trying to make it happen to get normal, regular people on board. So BlackRock owns 6% of Bitcoin, but then you consider that some of that Bitcoin is lost forever. there's a good chance that multiple millions of Bitcoin are just lost from the early days. People in the early days were trading Bitcoin on a Magic the Gathering card game exchange. That was the only place you could get Bitcoin on. That was the only place you could get Bitcoin, and they were treating it like a joke at the time. So a lot of these people that bought bought Bitcoin at, I don't know, 1 penny or 50 cents, they lost their private keys. People don't talk about how much Bitcoin is actually lost. You see the Bitcoin circulating supply as what? 17, 18, 19 million coins. But think about this. What if a quarter of those, what if 20% of all those coins were just lost? You guys heard about that guy? Hey, we got a subscription. Hey, T-Bird Podcast. Thank you for subscribing, good sir. Everybody go follow T-Bird Podcast as well. One of my favorite Hex guys over on X. And I guess he's got a podcast now. Make sure you check that out. Julio just guessed 0.006899. Guys, don't forget to put your Twitter handle in there. Otherwise, I don't know how to find you. And then you're going to get a bunch of scammers claiming to be you. The reason I'm asking for your Twitter handle is so you don't get a bunch of imposters saying, hey, this was me. Normal people are tired of being scammed in this space. Yeah, dude, that's the sad reality, isn't it? Quaz the Kid is right. Why can't regular people stay in crypto? Because they come here, they get wrecked by some insider meme coin pump and dump. They come, they buy Trump coin at the top, they lose all their money, and they say, well, that's all crypto is. What if there was a coin with long-term price potential? What if PulseChain and PulseX actually pumps? You know, PulseX is actually the easiest narrative to get bullish about. It's the easiest to understand for normal people, because what is the number one use case of crypto? It's speculation. The one thing that you can gamble on being almost certain is that people are going to keep on speculating and degenning on crypto. So if you can own a piece of the casino and all the trading fees on PulseX get routed automatically to buy and burn the token itself, that's a pretty easy sell for regular people. So if you want a coin with actual utility, PulseX, in my opinion, peak utility coin. Very, very low, very, very sideways. But I do think it's a sleeping giant. People are going to be tired of me saying that. I don't care. It's a sleeping giant. I've got a huge bag. I want it to go up. I know a lot of people are like agreeing with that sentiment as well. Bro, I've been holding all the core coins in SAC. Yeah, it's been a tough hold, hasn't it? Been a tough hold. But me too, man. Me too. My bag has been accumulated. I've got more coins than when I started with at the sacrifice. Prices are down. Everyone's feeling it. Anton says, and guess what? I'm still buying to this day. It's a sleeping giant. Anton, I like the attitude. Anton's not giving up. Everybody here watching, probably not giving up. You know, I say this all the time, but congrats for still being here, because it is not for the short-term minded. Not for the paper hands. Crypto is going to wreck you. If you try to be a day trader, if you think you're going to get rich in 2 weeks, crypto will humble us all. T-Bird says, much love. Right back at you, T-Bird. Beyond All says, he just guessed 0.00752. 0.00752 for the chance to win 100 most tokens. That is his guess. What are we at? Yeah, we got a little 5% dip. 0.006924. Man, the price is really not moving right now. Price has not moved at all in the past 18 minutes. So whoever just gets the current price might actually end up winning. We will see. We will see. We'll give it another 30 minutes and we'll come back. Aaron just guessed 0.006999. Way to go, Aaron. We'll see if you're right. Time will tell. Johnny Chaos, welcome to the chat. One of the Magic the Gathering tournaments gave away 25 Bitcoin as a consolation prize for places 4 through 10th. It was worth like $2.50 and people were pissed. It was a bitch slap for being a loser. That's insane, isn't it? 25 Bitcoin would be, what is that? $2.5 million today? Yep, that's $2.5 million. So if you were a nerd 10 years ago playing Magic the Gathering and you won a consolation prize of 25 Bitcoin, at the time that was worth what, like $100? Now it's worth 2.5 million. Power of crypto, but you had to hold it for 10 years. How many people actually held their Bitcoin for 10 years? Could have sold it at 30 bucks. You could have sold it at $1,000. You could have sold it at 10,000 bucks. And people are tired of me saying this too. I don't care. You're not early to Bitcoin. You're really not early. 15 years old, guys. Wall Street is in. Morgan Stanley is now telling the public to allocate 2 to 4% of their portfolio in Bitcoin. When Morgan Stanley is telling you to buy Bitcoin, you are too late to the party. And guess what? Bitcoin is going to $1 million. Sure. In the next 5 years, can Bitcoin go to $1 million? Absolutely. But you know, that sounds like a big number. It's not even a 10x. Hex can do a 10x in a weekend with a God candle. Ethereum can do more gains than Bitcoin can this cycle. Ethereum still has more price potential than Bitcoin. If Ethereum goes to $20,000, just did a 4x. If you're getting into crypto for the first time today, is Bitcoin going to 4x in the next year or two? Probably not. Why? Because it's a heavier object to move. More liquidity means it takes more money to push the price up. So because Bitcoin has the biggest recognition, the most people in, the banks are in, Wall Street is in, the most conservative players in the entire system are now finding it okay to buy Bitcoin. So money is really made from the asymmetric plays. It's buying when people think that something is dead, buying when nobody knows about a thing, and then when a lot of people know about it, they ape in and they buy the tops. That's how cycles are made. Dion says, keep up the good work, mate. Are you feeling that our time is coming? Yes, Dion. I feel that after Ethereum breaks its all-time highs, I think we're going to see some gigapumps in the PulseChain ecosystem. Crypto7 says, moves from Richard are bullish, but non-believers don't see it. Yeah, that's right. The Sacrifice wallet was moving some ETH through Tornado Cash. Now, we don't need to cover that too much, because the element of surprise is important, isn't it? Good to have the element of surprise, but that's why this ETH went through Tornado Cash. Who knows what it's going to be used for? But it's better when people can't see in the, front run, if you know what I mean. Academia Edit says, good afternoon. Price predictions, everybody. If you want to enter the price prediction contest to win $100 of most token, type !guess is your trigger word, followed by your hex price prediction, followed by your Twitter handle. Keep calling it Twitter. Sounds weird to say your X handle. Effortless Crypto just guessed 0.007123. Hex is effortless. Great. Effortless Crypto, we have logged your entry. Johnny Chaos said it was only worth $2.50 when they were 10 cents each. LOL. All the sellers will buy back higher. Yes, they will, Crypto7. Anton Williams, 0.00697. Bro, you got to enter the trigger word too. Your guess will not be logged unless you enter !guess. But I think you already did guess. Beyond All says, Johnny is suggesting whoever wins this bet and holds for the next 10 years could bank $2.5 million out of $100 now. Look, I'm giving away a meme coin, so do with this what you will. Most token is a meme coin. Now, is it the most popular meme coin? Maybe. On PulseChain, it might be. It's got a lot of liquidity. A lot of people think that it was one of Richard Hart's developers. Because the thing about Most token is it was created by the guy that deployed Pump.Tires. It was the only person that launched a coin on Pump.Tires before it was actually publicly announced. There's a little bit of mystery there. It could be Richard. It could be more likely one of Richard's developers. Hey, we got a little green candle. Hex is now back at 0.007. We got a tiny little baby green candle. Currently, the winner is whoever guessed 0.007003. I don't know if anybody actually guessed that. And you can get as specific as you want with your guess, by the way. The more decimal points you use, the more specific you get. I will be reading up to 4 decimal places, or up to 6 decimal places, rather. So, whatever the DEX screener price is reporting, you get that many significant figures. The amount of specificity that you get is the amount of specificity that DEX screener allows for. Avalon just guessed 0.007258. Good luck to you, sir. Moonmutt says good coffee. Hello. Hello, Moonmutt. Good Moonmutt. Degen Hexagon 5555. Is that a guess, or is that just a... Is that just a little bit of the... what do you call it? What's that syndrome? That's Hexagon Tourette syndrome right there. Yelling out 5555. Mark says, so much love and respect to you and other influencers that keep the spirit alive in spite of the low prices. Diamond hands win. Thank you for the kind words, Mark. We're all wrecked together. We're going to pull ourselves out of this trench. I have tagged you in Twitter. Look. All right, Ritesh. We'll see about that, sir. Good luck. Everybody only gets one guess. If your guess isn't logged by the Streamlabs bot, then you will not be considered. And in order to get Streamlabs to recognize your guess, you've got to use !guess. Mr. Crypto said, I didn't hear what the bet was, but I'm saying 0.006715. If I win, I want the $100 added to LP. All right. I like that. Let's be honest here. Giveaways are sell pressure. Usually when you do a giveaway, people just dump it, right? So respect. Degen Hexakin just guessed 0.00731. Well done, sir. Beyond All says, I will pump the shit out of Hex to hit my prediction. Better hand the coins now, Coffee. Hey, look, if you guys want to pump Hex to win your little $100, be my guest. Somebody wants to guess $1 and then make it happen. Be my guest. Place your bets now, everybody. Remember, it's the price followed by your X handle. Tomorrow is Richard Hart's birthday. Yes, happy early birthday, Richard. Happy early birthday to you, good sir. Reef Juicy says, maybe the ETH was withdrawn for cocaine and hookers. Maybe it was. You know, 4,900 ETH is a lot of cocaine and hookers. That's a hell of a bender. What else is going on in the crypto news, everybody? People are mad at this Twitch streamer for using a shot collar on his dog. The rage bait of the day, everybody. It feels like so many people have gotten canceled nowadays that when you do get canceled, basically it lasts for maybe 1 or 2 days. And then they move on to the next thing. Is there anything interesting in crypto news on Wednesday, October 8th, 2025? Gold surges past $4,000. God damn it. This rate, gold is going to outperform Bitcoin. I mean, Ethereum, rather. And if you flip that ETH chart upside down, though, that dam is about to break. Let me show you guys. Let me show you guys the ETH chart. ETH, USDC. We get a chart that's a couple years old. Let's go to CoinMarketCap. Go to the place that likes to gatekeep hacks. Check this out, guys. In November of 2021, Ethereum hit $4,800. We are almost 4 years later, and Ethereum hasn't even broken the previous all-time high. Shame on you, Ethereum. You gotta let it take its time, I guess. Tom Lee, Vitalik, CZ, even the Alibaba guy is bullish on ETH. What's his name? Jack Ma? Look, all these billionaires are buying it. Mike Novogratz, Brian Armstrong, they know Ethereum's next in line. It's literally powering the entire stablecoin market. Well, a large majority. It's what all the banks are choosing to deploy on. It's got the most documentation, largest developer community, most utility. Got ETFs. Now the staking ETFs just came out, so that's new. Staking ETFs are now live on Ethereum, which means now these ETFs can then pay yield and earn, 4% APY or whatever it is. And there's a guy blowing leaves outside. It's pretty annoying. You look outside, there's no leaves. He's not even blowing anything. This guy's driving me nuts outside. Picken Blackwood. Hey man, just so you guys know, if you want to place your guess, you need to enter !guess, followed by your guess, followed by your X handle. T-Bird says, man, 2021, such innocent days. Yeah, we didn't even know what a DEX was back then. We were like cavemen discovering Uniswap for the first time. Oh, Uniswap, it's decentralized. Man, I remember I've been in crypto since 2015. I remember the only place to buy was like HitBTC, Poloniex, a couple other one. Binance was actually around. But all you could buy was vaporware. It was just white papers. Back in the day, everybody was like looking at the Bitcoin talk forums. They were looking at the white paper. The product didn't even have to exist. You know, when Hex came along, it was like the first product, the first finished product at the time. Now people launch products. Okay. Now people actually have documentation instead of white papers. Back in the day, people would ask for the white paper, and it was just dreams. It was just promises. Crypto was all broken promises. Now you've actually got real smart contracts being built, real front ends, decentralized borrowing, lending, NFTs. You got everything that basically an economic system would need. Now you just need people to use it. So it went from actually building a product, now we've got a whole bunch of them, to basically marketing. In my opinion, just marketing. Goshko says guess 0.00069. Bro, that's 90% down. I hope you're wrong. Please be wrong, Goshko. My marketing poll is in the main news item today. Not sure what you mean, Fast Abdul, but cool. Beyond says, is this how Hex price acted in the last bull, lagging behind? It did lag behind a little bit, yes. The problem with this cycle is everything is drawn out. It's just taking longer and longer. I mean, look at ETH, man. Pitiful. By this time last year, ETH was already pumping. ETH had probably already broken its all-time high, if you consider the number of days in the cycle. Crypto J says, the very day I decided to try out BNB, I bought SafeMoon minutes after it launched just because it was a token sniffer. Didn't SafeMoon pump really hard though? The problem is it literally went to 0 because it had like a catastrophic technical failure, I believe. Or was it an inside job? What was SafeMoon? Was that an inside job? One of the many crypto scams. Then they had a big lawsuit. Then they launched SafeMoon V2. People just love the reloading scam too. Huge bounce back from the NASDAQ today, guys. Alright, Crypto 7. NASDAQ's near its all-time highs. Stock market's near its all-time highs. But you know what that really means? The dollar is at its all-time lows. That's what that really means. Is the stock market going up, or is the dollar just going down? A little bit of both. Hey, Susie Q is in the chat. Susie Q guesses lucky 777s. Susie Q on Twitter. We'll see, Susie Q. What is the Hex price? Hex price right now is right back down. Little baby green candle, little baby red candle. Not the craziest price action today to do a price prediction contest. Where am I located, Coffee? I don't dox myself, sir. No offense. I'm sure you're a great guy, but I do not dox myself. Mr. Crypto J says, made 20x in hours and cashed out 2K. Was buying every coin each, just a few minutes to test. That was back when there was, back when you could actually keep track of all the coins. Then ever since Pump.Fun, Pump.Tires, the meme coin generators came out. Now you just can't even keep track of them. There used to be a finite number of tokens. It's like, oh yeah, list of 10,000 and then a list of maybe 1,000 to actually know. Now there's 10,000 coming out per day. Per day, everybody. Insane. But crypto has become a little sad. PulseChain is the last hope, in my opinion. PulseChain is like the last real cypherpunk movement still standing. Hope you guys watched my video about Reddit too. Because a little trick to psyop your bags, pump your crypto bags, you could run your own psyop by actually influencing Reddit results. Because believe it or not, Reddit is what feeds into ChatGPT. feeds into AI. So, you know how everybody likes to just ask AI what to think? You know how nobody really thinks anymore? They just ask AI, hey, is PulseChain good or bad? Well, AI gets its knowledge from Reddit. And as much of a cesspool as Reddit is, if you wanted to pump your crypto bags, hey, maybe you could play the same games that other governments do. You could get a whole bunch of Reddit accounts. You could go manipulate your bags to the upside with positive pro PulseChain, pro Hex Reddit content. It's a real thing. It's a real thing, guys. I hate Reddit just as much as the next guy, especially crypto Reddit. It's a cesspool. It's terrible. But if that's where AI is getting its info from, food for thought, isn't it? What if you could psyop the AI into liking PulseChain even more? Luckily, it is pretty objective. Like, it will cover the fact that PulseChain beat the SEC. Richard Hart beat the SEC. That's nice. But in a world of censorship, sometimes you got to go to the dirty places like Reddit. What's going on? Giant Hex stake, 369 million Hex just staked for 31 days. Interesting. People are still staking. Ritesh just guessed. Good job, Ritesh. You figured it out. You figured out how to guess. Anton Williams says, I honestly believe, although a 4-year cycle holistically correlates with each other, the cycle will be different due to world events and Trump and banks aping into it. Yeah, look, that is what I kind of think too. So ETH will be on the move soon and PulseChain will follow. I mean, that's what we're hoping for. You've never had a cycle with institutional money. They squeeze the volatility out. They sell paper ETH, paper Bitcoin on the traditional market, which opens you up to all kinds of shenanigans. Top Roofing just guessed 0.007218. Shell Fox says saggy bags. My bags are sagging. I got saggy bags, guys. Crypto J says most token is tied to the cores, especially Pulse and Hex. So when they moon, surely Hart's Law will kick in for most. Here's the thing about basically every meme coin is tied to PLS. So when PLS pumps by default, the other meme coins will pump if there's no sellers. So whatever you bond the liquidity to is what rises up with all other coins. Jack O'Neill. Jackpot, stop spamming caps. Uh-oh, you pissed off the Nightbot, Shaq. By the way, you can only guess on YouTube, not on X. So this big whale Hex dumper has still got 7.5 billion left, which is about 230K. Not devastating, but that could put a dent in the chart, I guess. This was reported an hour ago. Big guy that created that wick, the wick that you see on the screen here. Typically, these wicks are just one whale. Then you'll notice how quickly they get eaten back up. But yeah, Hex got wrecked today. Ethereum keeps getting rejected. One of these times it has to break, man. Go to TradingView just to show you guys. Go to tradingview.com. Search for Ethereum. Take the Bitstamp chart. Here's what you can do. Right click. Go to invert chart. Invert scale. And now the green candles are red, the red candles are green. Look at how many times it has tested. Here, let's switch to the weekly chart. If this were a bearish chart, look at how bearish it would look. We could draw some lines here. Hold on a second. Horizontal line. 39.54. Look at that. Well, it's a resistance on the downway. But it's easier to invert because it gives you more clarity about how easy it would be to break this chart. If you inverted the Ethereum chart, look at how bearish this would look. Like, man, Ethereum really wants to break past 4,800. And it did. It did for like a couple hours back on August 25th. We're just in this zone here, waiting to break out. What did I just do? Go. 47.72. I like to draw the resistances on the candle bodies rather than the wicks, but that's just how I learned it. Some people draw it on the wicks. I guess the rule of thumb in TA is just be consistent. You can't draw a support line on the wicks for one support line and then on the candlesticks for another one. You gotta have some standards. Bitfinesse says $1.84. Guys, the trigger word to enter your guess to submit it is !guess, followed by your price prediction for Hex, followed by your Twitter handle. Where do I see EHEX and PHEX by the end of the bull run? Oh, look. The founder, Richard Hart, has been talking about another 10,000x. I'd be happy with 1,000. I'd be happy with 100. I think Hex can go to $1. And anything beyond that is an absolute gift. Nightbot is pissed off. Oh, what did you guys do to Nightbot, guys? What did you do? Part-time Chef says, sup, coffee. What's up, part-time chef? Docile just guessed 0.0048. Man, we got a lot of bears in the chat. By the way, you guys only get one guess. Okay, so when Streamlabs bot logs your guess, you cannot guess again. I see you, Ritesh, trying to get your multiple guesses. Only one guess per person. I've designed the cloud bot that way. How do I stay so confident in PulseChain? Well, I know what we have. I know the infrastructure. And a good thing to notice is that everybody's high conviction altcoin plays are suppressed. So the only things really pumping, other than Bitcoin, is like the rotation of narrative casino stuff. I understand that there's 161,000 Ethereum in the sacrifice wallet. Imagine what could happen with that. Just imagine. Look what happened in 2024. I mean, if you want history to prove it, Hex, PulseChain, and PulseX pumped 6 to 7x off the lows with 10 times higher liquidity with worse conditions. And just look at history. All the sacrifice wallet bought was like $10 million worth of coins, core coins. And with 10x higher liquidity, with an SEC lawsuit still going on, with the Trump election still going on, all this confusion, all this regulatory uncertainty, and the price was still pumping above sac rate, despite all that, with minimal injection, with minimal buybacks from the sacrifice wallet. Now, we've got lower inflation, lower yield on Hex, lower INC emissions. We've got a win. We've got legal clarity, not only for PulseChain, Hex, and PulseX, but like the entire USA. Now pro-crypto. Everybody's launching stablecoins. We've got on-ramps that we didn't have. We've got wallets that we didn't previously have. We've got meme coin generators that we didn't previously have. We're just waiting. We're just waiting, guys. Yes, turtles. Turtles unite. PulseChain is helping our environment. Bitcoin is killing us. That's right. PulseChain saves the turtles. Bitcoin likes to kill the turtles. But in all seriousness, Ethereum, PulseChain, these are proof of stake. Bitcoin is proof of work. Now, does proof of work incentivize more green energy? Yeah, probably. But you don't need to do it. If you don't have to waste energy and pollute the environment just to mine coins that get sold down to pay the electricity bills, then Why not just go proof of stake? They're socially enforced networks. Proof of stake works great. It's worked for Ethereum for 10 years now. Working fine for PulseChain. PulseChain's never been down. So yes, do the right thing. Save the turtles. Look into PulseChain.com. Just for what time frame? The time frame is whenever I look at it at the end of the stream, sir. So whenever I choose to look at the hex price at the end of the stream, let's give it 15 more minutes. When we get to that 1 hour mark, I will be observing the deck screener price of hex, and that is what it shall be. Pit Finesse guessed $1.84.5. You're a dreamer, Bit Finesse. I remember Coffee was saying $5 for combining hex 3 years ago. I'm going to stick with that. $5 combined hex is very possible. It is very possible. You don't have to believe me, guys. You can just wait till we get a little God candle and see how people love to ape in. From correction to erection, says Bit Finesse. Yes, that's right. It's a motto I live by. From correction to erection. When do you say waiting? Are we waiting for possibly the next crypto cycle? No, sir. You know, I think a lot of people are falsely trying to call for the cycle to be over. People are getting very anxious about, oh, the cycle being over. I think it's just a different environment now. Like, the game is just different. I don't know if we can predictably say, oh, there's always going to be a 4-year cycle forever. The only reason we said that in the past was basically the Bitcoin halving. And yes, it still matters, but Bitcoin reached a new all-time high before its halving for the first time ever. Wall Street is in, banks are in. This has not happened before. So yes, this is an unprecedented scenario. I know we all wish things could be predictable, right? We all wish it could be a 4-year cycle, just like it was for the last 4 cycles. But now we're entering cycle number 5. Like, eventually, it will break. And what we're witnessing is crypto is being adopted by the world at a faster rate than the internet was. When the entire world moves on chain, you know, the banks need to position themselves first. And imagine when they start marketing when they start marketing Ethereum, when all this, you know, there's like $100 trillion in the stock market, and there's another 100 trillion or so in what, like 401ks and pensions and all these other funds. This is gonna flow into crypto. It's just gonna be a very slow, it's like getting rich in slow motion. Sucks to wait, but the people that do are typically in history the people that get rewarded. And yeah, it might take years, but that's better than a 40-year work until you're 65 at a job that you hate to maybe retire. I think retirement's a myth. Lazzy says coffee in the house. Yes, sir. Ninja Money says when you say wait. Oh, I already read your comment. Sorry. Thomas says save us. The turtles need your help, guys. The turtles need you to buy PulseChain. Do it for them. Guys, by the way, if you want to enter the giveaway, $100 a most token, exclamation mark guess is the trigger, followed by the price prediction of hex that you think it's going to be at the end of this stream, followed by your X handle, your Twitter handle. Docile called me handsome. Thank you, Docile. Remember my code? Docile says I look like Greta Thunberg during COVID. Yeah, I used to have long hair. I wore a headband. I haven't heard that one before. Just got compared to Greta Thunberg. COVID was a good time for Hex, wasn't it? It was a good time for all of crypto. Thomas says I haven't had either in years. Maybe a birthday stream from RH. Maybe. If I had to guess, guys, reason Richard's not streaming, probably due to this little thing called a red notice. Just a little thing. I'm sure his lawyers are working on clearing that up. I would love to see it too. But, I mean, a red notice is Interpol in Europe. It's kind of a serious thing. You can't just be exposing your whereabouts online. I'd love to see it. Just know that Richard's alive and well. He's still posting. I would assume he's still cooking up some good stuff in the background. Just look at his tweets. It's actually him, guys. Not some AI. There is a person making those posts. Zach Davis, welcome. $3.69. Come on, dude. I wish. Welcome, Zach. How are you, buddy? $3.69. You're a madman. Ritesh, you only get one guess. What is the best scenario that makes you believe Hex will reach 10 cents or above, taking the OA treasury out of the picture? Well, people like to buy. It's just simple psychology. And once we have more on-ramps, more easy ways to buy, these are also things being worked on. We've got Coast, yes, but Ramp Now is about to launch in the USA. Liberty Swap is about to launch a bunch of extra features, privacy features, like new chains, reversible, multi-direction. We've got Hyperlane Bridge. The more DeFi integrations, the more good products that we have. You know, one thing that can make people ape in is a truly unique product. Look at what Polymarket did for Polygon. I don't think anybody would really care about Polygon if it wasn't for Polymarket. So we still have the opportunity for somebody to make a killer app. We've already got great wallets. Internet Money Wallet, fantastic wallet, PulseChain friendly, multi-chain. Got our own exchange at Coast. We need more people to try more things, not only marketing, but maybe a killer app. But I think we've already got amazing applications. A USD on-ramp that's really easy and seamless and low fees. That would be something I'd like to see. I know people working on things in the background, so I'm bullish on something happening. Marketing, killer app, whatever it might be, persistence. That's all it takes. Maddie Martinez, hello. When is the pain going to stop? Holding strong, yep. 2 more weeks, says Shellfox. 2 more weeks. Finbear, what's up, sir? Just live, just put in his guess at 007777. I hope you're right, but it doesn't look like the price is moving too much. We've had about 4 15-minute candles in the most uneventful price prediction giveaway. The most uneventful possible price action during my stream. I mean, seriously, what are the odds of this? Just like nothing happening at all. Richard speaks through the blockchain. Yes, he does. RH memes deployed by the address. It's true. I mean, there's been some interesting moves on the blockchain. How's the marketing going? It's going well. You mean the LCD tablets? Just look at Richard's last post. I mean, 100,000 have been given out so far. There are new strategies being researched, new creative strategies and distribution methods. And it's it's only just begun. That's all I can say. Is like 100,000, 700,000 more at least. Things will be tried. People, these tablets are going to be forced down people's throats. They're going to love it. They're going to be forced to look at it. Like the Clockwork Orange meme. Like holding their eyelids back and looking at the tablets. I should go make that meme. Ju Young, 10K onboards, 1K each. Yeah, look, I think a pretty good idea would be use, never mind. I'm not going to, can't say my ideas. You'll see. You'll see. Ju Young says network effect, we're about to take off. Love the attitude, Ju Young. Amicable C, people are going apeshit on Twitter with, some people are going apeshit on Twitter with hundreds of thousands of views. It's working. It's a good point. We've already had a couple of people. Gabriel Haynes. You guys see that video? That was a good one. Part-time chef just guessed 0.006931. Honestly, that is a pretty strategic move there. Wait till the stream is almost over. Guess the price. You know, that probably is the best strategy, isn't it? Wait till the stream is almost over. There's less possibility of something happening. But then somebody could come in with a big buy or a big sell as soon as the stream, 2 minutes before it's over. And they could just throw everybody off. Part-time chef, your entry's been logged. Flatline. Jack O'Neill. I'm always confused when you say USD. Is it EHEX or PHEX? I'm talking about PHEX. Jack, I'm talking about PHEX. I'm more bullish on PHEX. It'd be really nice to see EHEX pegged to PHEX, but that would take a lot of liquidity. I think the focus, in terms of buy pressure, the founder seems to want to focus on PHEX. A lot of the market seems to value PHEX at, what, 3x higher than EHEX? Anything could happen, but when I've made my buys this cycle, it's been PHEX for a long time now. I still have a bag of EHEX just because anything could happen, but marketing-wise and typically price prediction-wise, I'm talking about EHEX. Zach Davis said, I got here late, didn't realize there's a prediction for the price by the end of the stream. Oh, yeah, that's right. Should have repeated that part. Yeah, so if you guess the price by the end of the stream, exclamation mark guess, followed by your price prediction for Hex by the end of the stream, followed by your X handle. Streamlabs ain't fooling around. Guess 1488, not on Twitter. God bless your heart. Finbear, not on Twitter. Got 4 minutes left. 4 minutes left for the price. When we get to the stream, when the stream is at the 1 hour mark, I will be looking at the price. We'll see what happens. Ritesh, it's funny, you keep guessing, but Streamlabs only logged you one time. So all these guesses, like, aren't going to count. Hey, Chaztown just threw one in. 0.007017. Good guess. 4 minutes left. What else is going on in the Twitter world, guys? Is Bitcoin 126K the top? No, I don't think so. I do not think so at all. The Federal Reserve Chair is scheduled to give a big speech despite government shutdown tomorrow. Expect volatility. Uh-oh. What could this mean? A big speech? Wonder if they're going to lower it by 2 basis points. Fed Chair Powell, guys. Daddy Powell controls the markets with his little federal funds rate. By the way, I think there's a 90% chance that they do lower it in October. Check out the FedWatch tool. Pull that up for everybody here. So in 21 days, when the Federal Reserve meets, there is a 92.5% chance that they're going to lower the rates again. Current rate is 4. Target rate 3.75. Still no chance of 350 of a 2 basis points. What could his announcement be, guys? What could it be? Finbear says, what is Michael Jackson's favorite drink? Teehee. Successful struggle, just guessed 0.006996. Got 1 minute left, guys. 1 minute left to get your guess in. One minute left. You guys talking to Nightbot? Maybe I'll shut Nightbot off. All right. 30 seconds left. 30 seconds left. $20 seconds left. What is the guess? Well, If you enter exclamation mark guess followed by your price prediction for Hex, you could win $100 of most token. Exclamation mark guess followed by your price prediction for Hex followed by your Twitter handle. All right, we're at 1 hour. The price of Hex is 006892. 006892. 0.006892. Whoever guessed that number or got closest to 0.006892 is the winner. Let me write this down. I'll be contacting you on Twitter. 006892. Now, how do I search through the chat? Where are my chat logs here? Okay. One of you guys I'll be reaching out to on Twitter. 6892 so far. Anybody guess 6892? 6928. Might be Dohana. Dohana, you might be the winner. You know what? I'm going to wrap this stream up. I'm going to go search through my chat, and I will announce the winner on my Twitter channel in a couple of minutes. Thanks for coming, everybody. Make sure you like, subscribe, share the video, leave a comment, and wait for the next one. We'll do another giveaway next time. Again, follow me on Twitter. I'll be posting the winner in the next 15 minutes here. Ritesh. Ritesh, you're scamming, bro. I'm going to hide you on the channel. Next round, maybe a Peacock giveaway. Sure. Maybe I'll do a Peacock giveaway. All right, y'all. Thanks for coming. See you on the next one. Follow me on Twitter.